Today's story takes us on a journey that answers this question in a way you will never forget. Her name was Yura, a quiet high school girl who always looked lost in her own world. Not because she wanted to, but because life had never been fair to her. Poverty had carved deep scars in her heart. She dreamed of studying in a top college someday, a dream she believed would never come true. Every day she returned home with the same heavy sigh, carrying her hopelessness like a burden. Her mother tried to comfort her, whispering, "One day you'll get your chance. One day you'll reach a good college." But Yura knew dreams cost money, something her family didn't have. She blamed one man for it. Her father, a hero who died while saving another child's life, but left his own family struggling to survive. Why didn't he save something for us? Yura once cried, words like knives to her mother's heart. The slap came instantly, and Yura, burning in anger, ran into the stormy night. Rain poured endlessly as she wandered through darkness, until she stumbled upon an old cave. Broken tools, old wooden crates, silence. She decided to stay there for the night and return home at dawn. But the next morning, nothing was the same. The town she knew had vanished. Instead, she saw endless green fields. No roads. No cars. No electric poles. And before she could understand anything, dizziness overtook her and she collapsed. A young Japanese soldier named Sakuma found her. He lifted her gently and took her to a small local restaurant run by a kind woman everyone called Churu Aunt. Yura spotted a newspaper on the table and froze. June 2nd, 1945. Her voice trembled. "Why keep such an old newspaper?" Aunt smiled. "Old? That's today's paper." Yura's world shattered. She had somehow traveled from 2024 straight into the final days of World War II. As fear consumed her, she tried returning to the cave, but nothing happened. This was reality. She was trapped in 1945. Churu Aunt gave her a room, food, warmth. And that night, she handed Yura a chocolate, a rare treat given only to special soldiers. When Yura tasted it, its sweetness told a story shared only by the few who risked their lives daily. Days passed. Yura began helping at the restaurant, a place where soldiers came not for food, but for comfort. A place where war paused for a brief moment. And that's when Sakuma began to notice her, really notice her. The way she carried pain in her heart yet still tried to smile. The way she saw the world not through hatred but through humanity. Soon the soldiers started gifting her their chocolates, tokens of respect and affection. Then one day, Sakuma took her to a hill covered in blooming white lilies. A place so peaceful it made her forget war even existed. There, standing among the flowers, Yura saw him not as a soldier, but as a gentle soul who hid his fears behind bravery. She asked if he was ever scared. Sakuma simply smiled. "I serve my country. If fear controls me, who protects everyone else?" But Yura knew what was coming. She knew Japan would lose the war. She knew the destruction that awaited Hiroshima and Nagasaki. She knew thousands, including him, would never return. And she couldn't bear it. She tried warning him, begging him, explaining that war brings nothing but pain. But the soldiers, raised on honor and sacrifice, refused to listen. Everything changed the day American planes attacked nearby villages. Yura saw it with her own eyes, children crying, homes burning, thousands dying in seconds. She was trapped under a collapsing roof. But before darkness consumed her, Sakuma appeared, raging against death itself, pulling her out, holding her close, telling her he couldn't bear losing her. That night she realized something terrifying. She was in love. But love in wartime is cursed. The next morning, soldiers gathered for their final departure. Some cried silently. Some smiled bravely. Some prayed they would see home again. And Yura. She broke. She begged Sakuma, tears pouring down her face, "Please don't go, you'll die. I know you will. Please stay for me." But he couldn't. Honor chained him to his destiny. He walked away, and she collapsed to the ground. Moments later, Yura found the letter he had written for her. She rushed to the airbase, pedaling with everything she had. But the roar of the engines drowned her voice. She watched Sakuma's plane take off, her heart shattering as he flew toward his final battle, toward a sky he would never return from. Everything went black, and when she opened her eyes again, she was back in her own time. Her city, her home, her mother crying and hugging her tight. But Yura wasn't the same girl anymore. Something inside her had changed forever. Soon her class visited a war museum. Yura walked past old planes, old uniforms. until one photo pulled her in, a young pilot smiling softly. Sakuma? Beside it, a preserved letter, the exact one she had seen in the past. His final words. Dear Yura, I'm standing in the lily garden. The flowers smell sweet, but not sweeter than you. I wish I could tell you how much I like you. But if I do, you will never let me go to war. So I must leave quietly. Live a happy life, Yura. We'll meet again somewhere. Yura fell to her knees, crying like her soul had cracked open. It wasn't a dream. It wasn't imagination. She had truly time traveled. Truly loved him. Truly lost him. She visited that lily field again, the same place from the past, but now there was only one single flower left standing. A reminder. A message. A memory of a soldier who loved her without ever saying it out loud. From that day on, Yura decided to live for both of them. She studied hard, became a teacher, and dedicated her life to teaching children the true value of life, the cost of war, and the meaning of love, because she knew now more than anyone. Love doesn't just change you, it transforms you, forever. And that was the end of the most beautiful and heartbreaking chapter of her life. History isn't just written in books, sometimes it's written in hearts. Yura's journey reminds us that even in the darkest wars, love can bloom like a single surviving flower. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more emotional history tales. Thanks for watching. Peace out.